Dimitri Downing. I love how he gets this thing started. Eric is the greatest producer ever.
Let's go.
I feel like Dave Letterman and Paul back there, you know?
But better.
We need a house band. We need a fucking house band. We are going for a house band for our next meetup. We're back here. It's Wednesday night. It's MITA, Arizona. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is.
I think it's Wednesday.
I'm losing track of time. I haven't even consumed anything. I'm losing track of time. But my name is Dimitri Downing again with our co-host with the mostest,
George Stanchev, Pure 5 Extraction.
George has some of the coolest extraction machines ever. Check him out at Pure 5. He's here to ask the really tough questions. I'm just going to color commentary guy trying to get to the point. So Tyler, Andrew, some cool guys from the industry.
Let's go.
And yeah, you guys are fortunate to be repping and working with, and I don't know your exact roles, but you're with, is she hot?
She is.
Oh, look at that. How did I know?
Wow.
Get her over here.
You can stop for that.
Oh my God. We got to squeeze in here. Squeeze in here.
Come on in.
This is iKrusher. The iKrusher. Let's talk about iKrusher.
She loves iKrusher.
Yeah, well, you guys, we should have you tried iKrusher? Yeah, it's being recorded.
Yeah.
No. Okay. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Come back later.
Come
back and say hello.
See how
big fans, huge fans.
She makes a big entrance that she flies away.
Big fan.
So, iKrusher. Talk about iKrusher.
So let me tell you a little bit. So we're a vape hardware manufacturer. We manufacture pods, cartridges, disposables, things like that. We do a little bit of packaging.
10 minutes.
We're mostly known for our temperature-controlled technology, which allows us to adjust the voltage over the 8-second draw to taper off to prevent burning. So for any complex formulations, your HTE, your resins, your rosins, anything like that, we are the top-notch disposable that allows you in the R&D process to adjust the perfect settings for your oil. We'll manufacture them already set up so they're perfect for you. That's a little bit about iKrusher.
Pretty colors.
Where did iKrusher come from? How long you guys been in the industry?
Yeah, been in the U.S. since 2016. Our headquarters.
Made in the USA. I like the sound of that. Not a lot of people say that.
Engineered in the United States in Los Angeles, California. We've got operations in Northern California in the Bay Area. We've got Colorado, Arizona, Michigan, New Jersey, and soon Canada coming online. We have offices and distribution centers in all those different states, so we can service our customers with local inventory, fast ship times, low prices, and overall the best hardware in the industry.
iKrusher is a true MSB, multi-state brand.
That is correct.
You guys are everywhere. And how are you finding Arizona?
Yeah, so we've been in Arizona about a year now. We've grabbed a handful of different local brands and a bunch of them that have been interested lately. We're excited about the movement into all-in-one disposables that Arizona seems to be moving into, because when we got here a year ago, it was predominantly 510 carts, and the main customers here, big brands,
Get a little closer there, I think she's saying.
didn't seem to be interested. But now, a year later, it seems like everybody's calling us saying we want those disposables that you have, so that's been really cool. But Arizona's a big market for us. I handle mainly New Mexico, Montana. I do a lot in Nevada, and we also do Washington and Oregon out of my office here in Arizona.
Good God, what's your background? How did you get involved in the industry?
So again, like a lot of the people in this industry, in this room, we were doing this before it was an industry. We were growing things, moving things, extracting things, trying to figure out the next latest and greatest. And, years later, we're fortunate enough to make an honest living out of it. And here I am in the vape space.
And how did you get involved? How did you start in the industry and end up at iKrusher?
That's a great question. So it's sort of a wild ride. I just came here because it's a great opportunity to build a book of business. So Andrew inspired me a little bit. And I saw what the opportunity had to hold, and that's why I signed up. I know it's a growing industry. I know that there's a lot of money to be made, so that's why I signed up.
So what, iKrusher's in how many states now exactly?
So we have 2 office and distribution centers in California. We have Colorado, Arizona, Michigan, and New Jersey. So
yeah,
6.
I know you went through them before, but I didn't count.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
So 6 and we're Canada's next in line to come online for us, which we're excited about. And then obviously looking into the European markets is a big
And
move.
this is Mr. Europe over here.
I know. George and I know
Yeah.
each other. We were just in Kansas City together,
Exactly.
enjoying our time eating barbecue. So we're
Across the line.
Well, are you looking at Europe? We got to talk about Europe because we're going to be at ICBC together doing.
So personally, I am not. I manage all of our Arizona, Montana, Nevada, Arizona, a few different states. I don't do Europe. I just know that that's a big play for iKrusher as a company.
Well,
Maybe we can talk about that next month.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that.
I can get more info, but I know that's we're looking at that heavy.
We're going to talk about Germany offline. Yeah, Mr. You want to ask the tough extraction questions? Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
This is Mr.
So-
Extraction.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
We've
know
been
George.
across the aisle in Kansas, and this guy had such a line all the time. Don't you have a competition in this field?
Not much. Yeah, a lot of people do cartridges, a lot of people do batteries, a lot of people do pods. We do disposables really well, and fortunate for us, that's what everybody's looking for. So yeah, we typically have a line at our booth, a line at our show, a line at our store. It's been
Amazing.
good.
So what you know what extraction machines are using to extract for this?
Matter
For
of
this
fact,
particular one,
Well, you guys have extraction machines all across the United States?
nope.
Is there?
Nope. So
they sell hardware.
I'm the hardware
And-
provider. So we sell these devices to customers of George's.
Okay.
Things like that. We only provide the hardware. We're not a multi-state operator. We sell our hardware, like this, Clean Concentrates who's over there. We made this hardware for them. This is Vivid. They're in.
Okay. I got it, but
Missouri.
I thought we were promoting your house brand, so I was a little confused there. So that's my brand. That's my brand.
We're back on the same page.
That's why back on the same page. My mind is so focused on brands. I lose track.
We're the only hardware manufacturer here, right?
In Arizona?
Well, no, at the show.
there's
How
about-
about this show?
Currently,
We'll
right
start
now
there.
here, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in
That's safe
Missouri,
to
we
say.
put the best oil in the best pan.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did. In Missouri, George was doing a really cool live extraction, showing people how their equipment worked. And he extracted the material, and we ended up putting it into one of our vapes. That's right. Yeah, so we were smoking that.
Okay, so you guys are moving Europe. We got to work with them on the Europe thing because this. I was at Cannabis and everybody was talking about hardware, and I'm over there thinking vapes. I'm thinking brands. I'm thinking because my mind is moving further and further towards supporting brands. But everybody over there is talking hardware.
Yeah, and everybody's using 510. So same thing Arizona like 3 years ago.
Exactly.
All right, so you got to jump in and help me out here. You're the expert.
George knows more than I. George is the master here, so he knows, especially when it comes to Europe. George is the man. He knows.
So as we develop this podcast, you can be like the professor, and I'll be like the comic relief college kid who's trying to figure out what the hell Western civilization
you gotta take
is.
me to that point.
And I'm
You
just
know,
gonna
still
take
haven't
notes and try to
extracted
be
me
like
out.
George.
Yeah. So you can say no. This is the classics. Show some respect. But because you're the intelligent one. Okay, so you guys, anyone can reach out to you. How they find you?
Yeah, they find us iKrusher.com. We're at Cave Creek in the 101. iKrusher AZ on Instagram. 602-690-8498 is our phone number.
Nice. I love it, man.
Somebody just wrote that down. Somebody just wrote that down.
Like, call us up. Come get some samples. If you have any type of complex formulation that nobody's hardware is working for you, come see us. I promise you, I'm going to make some work better for you than anybody else that you've talked to.
Okay, so now that I understand exactly what iKrusher is and how it's available to every single one of every member of the cannabis industry, you have my complete attention, and I will even help you guys get into Mexico.
Wow.
I've got a handful of customers in Mexico.
Are you already in Mexico?
I was in Mexico City a
He
month
keeps
or
going
so
Rocky
ago for
Point.
a wedding, and I hit up my client. I said, "Hey, how do I get some of those pens I sent to you?" He said, "Oh, just tell me where you are." And I said, "Well, I'm at this restaurant right now." He said, "Give me 10 minutes. Send me the address." I sent him the address. He sent an Uber, like an Uber delivery driver, with a package for me that had flour and edibles and, of course, a handful of the vapes that I sent to him. And so that was actually really cool.
So they didn't make you put a black hood on or something?
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of great market shit in Mexico.
Oh, I walked out of the restaurant, and there was cops everywhere. And so the guy told me, "Hey, the driver's there." And I said, hey, there's cops everywhere. He said, hey, the guy's a delivery driver. They just think it's a restaurant delivering food. So I said, okay.
Look, I'm the guy who admits that he used to ship marijuana across the country in the 90s. So I don't give a shit about rules or regulations anymore. They're all a joke to me. But it's interesting because in Mexico, in Colombia, you know, I've been in both those countries a lot. And like vapes are technically like not allowed, but there's massive, massive markets. It's fantastic. And, you know, people are buying this stuff. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
I got bribed
that's the way I see the
$100
world.
a vape in Puerto Vallarta. I had 3 vapes. They charged me $300 on coming in to Puerto Vallarta, but I got to keep all 3 of them. I just had to give them $300.
So these are actually manufactured in the USA.
No, they're manufactured in Shenzhen, China. They're engineered in Los Angeles, California.
Engineered in the USA.
Correct. But
Okay.
they're housed here in the U.S., so when you need product, it's shipped fast. It doesn't ship from China.
Okay, I'm glad you guys are straightening me out now because now when I tell, I don't get a lot of people who say to me because I'm not that knowledgeable. Where do I get my hardware?
Neither are we.
You know, you guys know. This is the guy they call and ask.
George is, not us.
Yeah. So now I know where to send people who are looking for hardware.
Yeah.
Go to
iKrusher.
iKrusher, and you guys are working with how many brands?
Like
You're
in
white
total or in
labeling.
Arizona?
Can you even count how many people you white label? No, you don't white label.
No.
You just sell the hardware.
Yeah, we
They
just
have
sell
to
the
do.
hardware.
So can you wouldn't even know if a manufacturer of vapes has like 10
I mean,
lines
you'll
underneath
see the
them.
generic, the black.
So I can tell
around
you, just
quite
in
a bit.
Arizona, we have about 15 brands using our hardware. The very few brands. In California, we have one of the largest brands using our hardware, so we have about 70% market share of California vapes in total.
Why do I spend my time helping people network and not get into this business? Because this is like the pick and the shovel
So
of cannabis.
This is what we do.
But you're doing the pick and he's doing the shovel.
Yeah, exactly.
We customize these for our customers. Cure, shout out to Cure in Montana. This is my homies right here. I do a bunch of different collabs with them, with Sultanics, with 710 Montana. Our specialty is customizing these hardwares to be perfect for their oil, but to be eye-catching and different and make sure they stand out a little bit. So this is kind of my specialty, is customizing these for the brands.
Awesome. You know what? I got an education today. So that means everybody else got an education today. So now we know exactly who iKrusher is, what they do, and the knowledge and the value that they have. And so any human being out there who's thinking about creating their own vape pen line or already has one that needs better hardware should contact you guys first to discuss
First
what
or last, shop around, find out some other stuff. Then come to me and I'll show you the good stuff and the best price, the best service. Logistically moving hardware around the world. If you're a multi-state operator, come talk to us last after you've seen whatever else is out there.
Wow, this has been educational for me because I thought you guys were a vape pen company called iKrusher when we started this interview.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Because I don't pay. We haven't interacted, and I don't pay enough attention to everything.
Yeah.
And so this is awesome because now I know exactly what you guys do, and hopefully the audience knows exactly what you guys do. And I know there's a lot of people out there. We were talking about doing a vape pen line called Magic Mike.
Exactly.
So Magic.
I know a hardware guy.
So
I know an extraction guy.
so
Let's do it.
So Magic. Which are going to be the Magic Mike ones? They need to be smooth and sexy
small
and
one.
long. This one, the little ones.
Yeah.
This will be a Magic Mike.
Of course.
So, folks, 6 months from now, when you see Magic Mike here, you'll know that this is the origins of where it came from. This has been another educational episode of MITA Unshackled. Dimitri Downing now understands more about the industry and the players in the industry and the hardware producers in the industry than he did when he sat down. So this is a great MITA Unshackled. So Andrew, Tyler, appreciate you guys being here. You guys are always here. I have never come over to your booth.
Yeah,
Come on
let's
over.
go.
There's a DJ.
Let's go.
There's a DJ over there.
I am stuck here, and I don't even have time to walk around. But now
Take that
I'm
shackle
excited.
off. Take that anklet off.
Yeah. There's Destiny.
Let's go.
All
So
right.
shout out to iKrusher.
Guys, out here at MITA.
They're
Mike.
they're big, and they're just gonna get bigger. Thank you.